It's not the mighty Mississippi, not the sunshine in LA. It's not a snow-capped Rocky Mountain on a warm summer day. It's not the glow of a full moon shining in the night. There's nothing grand about a canyon that holds a candle to your sight. It's you, it's you.
I came from a very small town, so to me, the University of Lethbridge and the city of Lethbridge seemed huge. So I remember being a little bit scared, a little bit intimidated, not really sure exactly what to expect or, if I would fail miserably at my first attempt at university.
One of my favorite professors, Professor Howard McKenzie, he was an older fellow. And I remember one time he jumped up onto a desk and just belted out the opening lines of Canterbury Tales. Now I think about it. And, the Wana Prio with the shower suit, and he's shouting it out. And to see his fiery passion of he'd been teaching this topic, it was just absolutely marvelous. And it really gave me one of the most important things that I needed to keep in my life was a love of learning.
I was married and working at the university at the time in caretaking. And so definitely not one that most undergraduates have. I just loved the entire experience. I loved the program. It just felt like family. I met some of my lifelong friends there that I still continue to have in my life.
Doing presentations as a group and being really nervous right up until the very moment of having to present, all the way through to the story of how I met my husband, which was actually through the International Business Management program with the university.
Having a couple beers with friends up in the Students' Union building was fun, but I think also just the camaraderie with colleagues in the faculty of business.
The learning that I received there from that liberal arts philosophy created a zest for learning and a desire to always continue moving on.
What I wanted to be when I grew up was a corporate real estate lawyer.
Actually, I wanted to be a teacher because I had some role models who were teachers, and so that was a profession that I wanted to go into.
I thought I was going to be an airline pilot. Because I thought traveling all over the world and meeting people would be a great life.
So I was younger, I really wanted to be a soldier. That was my ideal of a great life and great career.
I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
I had never really had a plan. I kind of dabbled in a whole bunch of different things. Definitely starting a business was never something that I thought that I would solely do. I went from working at TELUS as an operator to going to hair school. One thing I knew that I always wanted to be was a mom, and I wanted that to be my biggest job of all.
I had many aspirations. I wanted to be a nurse, doctor, lawyer, firefighter. When I started at the University of Lethbridge, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. You don't have to have it all figured out at any stage in life. It's okay not to have a 10, 20-year plan. It's okay to go and learn and enjoy it.
Don't be afraid to challenge yourself or try new things. Connect yourself with people who are going to support you, good role models.
Don't run from something, run to something. Just take calculated risks, challenge yourself, work more in the uncomfort zone versus the comfortable zone.
Actively ask for what you want and seek a no or not now, and learn to view that sort of objection as a real positive and a real benefit.
Never apologize if you have a conviction that is part of who you are. And recognize that it's those unique moments of recognition that really create the person that you will become.
Dream bigger. I think I needed to understand that failure is one of the most important components of life. And that was really born out of a lack of willingness to dream big enough. If I was dreaming to be, the best of anything, well, I would have to accept a lot of failure in my attempts. And it was that fear of failure that I think governs us. And I think I really learned that as I've gotten older, is to embrace the idea of embracing failure and to really dream big.
I'm proud of the students that I see come through the university. So many Indigenous students here at the university. When I was a student, there weren't as many. And now we have about 500 self-declared Indigenous students. I hope to see there be more Indigenous students. Hope to see that double while I'm here, from 500 to 1,000. So that's my hope, is to see more and more Indigenous students coming and getting their post-secondary education.
My hope for the future is that we find a path to peace and we find a place of reconciliation and acknowledgement. You know, there is so much hurt and anger and frustration in the world. I would just like that for everybody to find a moment of calmness and clarity and to recognize that humanity is the humanness of treating each other with care and compassion.
So my hope for the future is to continue to give back in probably better ways. I think for me, it's giving back more to the world and to society. And I do have a dog sanctuary down in Mexico that I've started. And so I do want to spend some time down there working with dogs and getting them off the streets of Mexico. And then I also think working with some of the new immigrants that are coming into Canada. I think there's more that I can do as an individual that's been on Bay Street, been in the financial industry, in helping them looking at investments and looking at, how they can contribute back to the Canadian economy and more so the Canadian society.
Yeah, my hope for the future is that every individual has the confidence that they need to choose the perspective that's most conducive for them to be successful. We can be on autopilot and just, be bounced around by life and really focus on all the things outside of our control. And if we're able to stand back, zoom out, and really choose how we view the world around us, that allows us to also choose how we let it impact us and be in the driver's seat of what we call this great journey of life.
To continue to enjoy life with my family while working and finding a balance. Give back to the community as well. Working with women and other moms, I find tremendous joy in helping moms and having a group of women to support.
I think for me, I would really like to be remembered as someone who is very caring and thoughtful of others. Really try and make sure my patients feel that I have their best interest at heart and that I'm doing my best to take care of them. And so if that's what I could be remembered for, I would be very, very happy.
I would like to be remembered as someone who made a difference in somebody's life.
Buildings crumble and eventually we forget, but an idea can live on forever. And so I think that if I'm to leave anything, it's an idea. And the idea is that it's okay to fail, as long as we can accept the truth.
I just want to be remembered, I guess, for someone who supports others in their endeavors here at the university or also in the other work that I do outside of the university.
I think I'll go back to the values of life that I've always lived by, and that's to be kind and be grateful. And I hope that will be on my tombstone someday.